Hi, my name is Mike, and welcome to Sleekr Digital. In this video, we will explore how to apply different visual styles to your pop-ups using a predefined templates and custom CSS. Control animations and transitions. So, let's start with the predefined templates. Go to the pop-up themes, and here you can see the different variety of pre-built themes, making it easy to style your pop-up. If you want to edit the existing thing, you can use the edit option here. Or if you want to create a new theme, click on Create New Pop-up Theme. The setting of the theme will be open like this. So you just have to write the name of the theme you want to create. New theme. First we have a theme setting. In the theme setting, we have an overlay option. In the overlay, we can set the color by clicking on this option. You can see on the right side of the theme preview, when you do any kind of changes in the theme setting, it will display on the theme preview like this. You can adjust the color here. You can also set the opacity here by moving this bar. So in the container tab, we can set the padding of the container by moving this bar. And you can also set the border radius. Now move on to the background here. We can set the color for the background of the container. Click on this option, insert the color. As you can see that when we're changing the color, it is also changing the color of the pop-up. You can also set the opacity for it by moving this bar. Now move on to the border. If you want to set the border for the container, click on this option. Here you can see the different style of border. Now, select the style and click on Select the color of the border. As you can see that the border is applied to the container. Now, you can also increase the thickness of the border. Now move on to the drop shadow. The drop shadow, you can set the color of the drop shadow by clicking on this option. And you can set the opacity for it. And you can set the horizontal position, vertical position, and the blur radius. And you can set how much you want to spread. If you want an inner shadow, click on this option, yes. Now move on to the title. You can set the color of the title of the container by clicking on this option. You can also set the font size of the title, and the line height, and the font family also. You can also change this font weight of the title by clicking on this option. You can change the style of the title. Either you want to make it normal or italic. And you can set the alignment for the title. You want to align it into the center line. Center line. You can use this option. And for the right and just if use this option. Now, go to the text shadow. Text shadow. You can set the color for the text shadow by clicking on this option. You can set the opacity, horizontal position, vertical position, and blur radius. By doing this, now move on to the content section. Here you can set the color for the content written inside the pop-up. By clicking on this option, change the color of the content. As you can see that when we are changing color, it is also changing the color of the content inside the pop-up. You can choose the font family, the font weight also. You can select the style here. At last, we have a close tab. You can also set the text for the close button here. And if you want to put this close button outside the container, you can click on this option. And you can also set the location for the close button here by using this option. And you can give some padding to the top and the right by using this option. When we are giving the padding, it will adjust the close button according to that. In the size section, we can set the padding of the close button, and we can set the height and the width of the close button. Now move on to the background. You can set the color for the close button by clicking on this option. And you can set the opacity for the color here. Now, click on this font section. As you can see that when we are changing color, it is also changing the color of the close button. You can increase the font size or the line height also. And you can choose the font family and the font weight as well. You can select the style, either normal or italic. Now move on to the border section. In the border selection, you can select the style for the border here. And you can choose the color for the border and the thickness of the border also. Now, go to the drop shadow. There, you can set the color for the drop shadow by click using this option. You can set the opacity, horizontal position, vertical position, blur radius, and you can spread it as you can. Now, at last we have a text shadow. You can set the color for the text shadow by clicking on this option. You can set the opacity, horizontal position, vertical position, and blur radius. By doing this, all setting, you can click on publish. As you can see now, your theme is published now. Now we will see how can we apply the theme we have created before in the pop-up. Go to the existing pop-up editor. which you have created before. Now move on to the pop-up setting. Here, go to the Display and Appearance, and click on Pop-up Theme drop-down. Here you can see the list of the theme, and you can choose the theme which you have created before. And also set the size of the theme by clicking on this option. You can set up to tiny, small, and medium. You can also set the width for the pop-up and the maximum width. Now, if you want to add some animation, go to the Animation option. Here you can add the animation type. You can see different types of animation here. Slide, fade, and slide both. You can set the animation speed of the pop-up here, and the animation origin, where the animation will begin. So, by doing this, I'll click on Update. Now move on to the pop-up section, where you have created the pop-up. So, as you can see, there is an option called CSS class. We can use this CSS class to do the custom CSS of the pop-up. If you want to add your own custom styling into your pop-up, you can edit it by yourself. Go to the Appearance and Customize tab. You can see the option of Additional CSS. Additional CSS. You can use the class of the pop-up as we discussed before by like this. You can do your own custom CSS by setting up the background color, padding, or width by applying all styling and theme to the pop-up. When we move on to the target page, where we have applied the pop-up, as you can see that the pop-up has successfully appeared, and as you can see that styling and theme is successfully applied to the pop-up. Well, that wraps up our lesson about pop-up design and styling. If you want more videos like these, subscribe.